All right, so get this. Today, we're going to dive into Chat GPT,
Okay.
especially for beginners.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're going deep on this article called
Mm.
Top 10 Chat GPT Use Cases for Beginners. And it's kind of like, think of it as unlocking like a secret level of productivity and creativity. And we're here to give you the cheat codes,
Oh, wow.
you know?
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're talking about a tool that can like answer questions and translate languages, write all this different content, brainstorm ideas, and even help you like make sense of data.
Exactly. Like, let's start with something we all do every day, asking questions. You know how sometimes you need an answer right away, like when you're cooking and you need to convert grams to ounces?
Right.
ChatGPT can be like your instant go-to for those quick answers.
Yeah, it's like having a superpowered search engine that like understands what you mean, not just the keywords you
Right.
type in. And like what's so cool is it can explain things in a way that makes sense even if you're not an expert in that topic.
So it's not just giving you a fact, it's helping you understand it, which is super valuable. Okay, next up, imagine you're traveling in a foreign country instead of fumbling with phrasebooks.
Right?
You can have ChatGPT translate whole conversations in real time.
Wow.
That could be a lifesaver, literally, if you need to communicate something important.
It's like having a personal interpreter in your pocket just ready to break down language barriers.
Right.
Anytime.
Whenever you need it, think about how much easier it would be to like connect with locals and navigate unfamiliar places or even handle an emergency.
Oh, for sure.
So this next one is for all the writers out there. Imagine you're staring at a blank page, totally stuck.
Oof, yeah.
ChatGPT can help you brainstorm blog post topics, outline essays, even draft emails. It's like having a writing partner who's always full of ideas
Yeah.
and never gets tired of bouncing ideas around.
Especially for beginners who might be intimidated by the blank page.
Right.
It can be a total game changer. Just get those creative juices flowing.
Totally.
Overcome that initial hurdle of getting started.
And speaking of getting unstuck, let's
Yeah.
talk about brainstorming in general. We've all been there. You're working on a project and you hit a wall.
Oh, yeah.
ChatGPT can help you like break through that wall by generating fresh ideas, whether it's for your next creative project or a business plan, or even just figuring out what to make for dinner.
I love that. What's so interesting here is that it can help you think outside the box because it's trained on so much data.
Yeah.
It can come up with connections and ideas that you might never have considered on your own.
It's true. Okay, now imagine this. You're facing a mountain of reading material. Articles, reports, you name it.
Okay.
ChatGPT can summarize those lengthy documents in seconds, giving you the key takeaways without having to wade through pages of text.
Huge time saver, especially for students or anyone who needs to like absorb information quickly.
Yes.
Think about how much more you could accomplish if you could get the gist of a document in minutes instead of hours.
So data analysis can feel pretty daunting for a lot of people, but ChatGPT can help make it way more approachable,
Yeah.
even if you're a beginner. Totally.
It can help you like spot trends in your spending habits or organize data from a project or even just wrap your head around basic statistics.
It's like having a data tutor who can break down those complex concepts into simple terms and help you see the story behind the numbers.
I love that.
And this can be really helpful for things like managing your personal finances or understanding data related to your hobbies.
Okay, now let's tap into that creative energy.
Yeah.
Whether you dabble in poetry or music or any other art form,
Yeah.
ChatGPT can be like your creative muse. It can help you come up with new ideas, generate snippets of content, or even like push you to experiment with different styles.
Yeah, what's so fascinating about this is it can help you overcome those creative blocks
Totally.
and explore new possibilities you might not have even considered before.
Absolutely.
It's like having that brainstorming partner who's always up for trying something new.
It's true.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, it really is about like breaking down those barriers,
Yeah.
and being open to new ideas and new approaches. And, sometimes we all need a little guidance or like a fresh perspective
Right.
when tackling a new project or a new skill. And ChatGPT can actually act as like a virtual consultant, offering advice and insights on just a wide range of topics.
So it's like having a mentor on demand ready to give you tips on anything.
Right.
From learning a new language to starting a business. That's pretty awesome, especially if you're like feeling lost or unsure where to begin.
Yeah, think of it this way. It's like having access to this huge library of knowledge
Yeah.
and experience distilled into practical advice
Mm.
that you can use right away.
Totally.
It can help you break down like these complex tasks into manageable steps and give you the guidance you need to get started.
And let's face it, everyone needs a little encouragement from time to time.
Oh, totally.
Whether you're facing a tough challenge or just need a boost of motivation, ChatGPT can be surprisingly helpful.
It's true. It can offer like words of encouragement, help you set goals, and even create those personalized affirmations
Right.
just to keep you focused and motivated.
Yeah.
It's like having a personal cheerleader in your corner, reminding you of your strengths and helping you stay on track.
And finally, for anyone who's ever been curious about coding but felt intimidated by all the technical jargon, ChatGPT can be like an amazing resource.
Oh, for sure.
It can help you break down those complex coding concepts and even assist you with like writing basic code.
Yeah. It's like having this patient and knowledgeable coding tutor
Yeah.
who can explain things in a way that makes sense,
Right.
even if you're a complete beginner.
Yeah.
This can be a great way to just kind of dip your toes into the world of coding and see if it's something
Totally.
you want to explore further.
So we've seen how ChatGPT can be this powerful tool for learning, creating, and problem solving.
Mm.
But with all this talk about AI, it's important to remember that ChatGPT is just a tool.
Right.
It's up to us to use it wisely and responsibly.
That's a crucial point. While ChatGPT is incredibly versatile and capable, it's important to understand its limitations.
Yeah.
It doesn't have personal experiences or emotions, and it can sometimes generate incorrect or biased information.
So it's not about like blindly accepting everything it says, but rather using it as a starting point.
Right.
Way to spark your own thinking and exploration. Think of it as a brainstorming partner, not like the final authority on any subject.
Exactly. It's about using your own judgment and critical thinking skills to evaluate the information it provides and to ensure that you're using it in a way that aligns with your own values and goals.
And it's also worth noting that ChatGPT is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
The developers are continuously working to improve its capabilities and address any limitations. So what might seem like a drawback today could be resolved in like a future update.
It's a reminder that we're still in the early stages of this AI revolution
Right.
and that the possibilities are truly endless. What we're seeing today is just a glimpse of what AI will be capable of
It's true.
in the years to come.
And for beginners, it's an incredibly exciting time to jump in and start exploring.
Oh, yeah?
The learning curve is surprisingly gentle, and there are tons of resources available to help you get started.
It's like opening a door to this whole new world of possibilities. And the best part is, you don't need any special technical skills
Yeah.
or expensive software to start using ChatGPT.
Right.
It's accessible to anyone with an internet connection.
That's what's so amazing about it. It's like democratizing access to knowledge and creative tools,
Absolutely.
making them available to everyone regardless of their background or experience.
It's empowering individuals to learn and create and achieve their goals in ways that were never before possible.
Now with all these amazing things ChatGPT can do, I know it can feel a little overwhelming at first.
Right.
You might be wondering, where do I even begin?
Yeah, that's a common feeling, especially when you're first starting out. My advice would be just start small.
Yeah.
Think about a specific task or challenge you're facing and see if ChatGPT can help you with it.
Yeah, maybe you want to summarize a long article for a research project,
Right.
or translate a phrase into another language, or brainstorm some ideas for a birthday present.
Exactly.
Start with something simple and just see how ChatGPT can make your life a little easier or more interesting.
As you become more familiar with its capabilities, you can gradually start exploring more complex use cases. But the key is to just dive in and start experimenting.
And remember, this deep dive is for you. What are some ways you're thinking about using ChatGPT? Or maybe you've already started experimenting with it. What are your impressions so far?
Yeah, we're always eager to hear from our listeners and learn how you're using these amazing tools to enhance your lives and achieve your goals.
Now, in this final part of our deep dive, we're going to shift gears a bit and talk about the future of AI. Where is all this technology headed, and what might it mean for someone like you? Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing to think about how quickly things are changing, right? ChatGPT is already being used in so many different fields. Education, content creation, customer service, even scientific research.
It really is. And what's fascinating is we're seeing this convergence of like a lot of powerful technologies.
Yeah.
Natural language processing, machine learning, cloud computing. It's all coming together to make AI more accessible and more capable than ever.
It really feels like we're on the edge of something huge just a few years ago. What ChatGPT can do would have seemed like science fiction.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah, and the really exciting part is that this technology is not limited to big tech companies or research labs.
Right.
Anyone with an internet connection can use it.
Yeah, it's like a global brain that we can all tap into.
Yeah,
But of course, with any powerful technology, we need to think about the implications. How will this impact our lives, our jobs, the way we interact with each other?
that's a really important point.
Mm.
As AI becomes more integrated into our lives,
Hmm.
I think we need to be thoughtful about how we use it and what role we want it to play in society.
So for someone like you who's just starting to explore this world, what's the best way to stay ahead of the curve?
I think the most important thing is to cultivate a mindset of lifelong learning.
Hmm.
Yeah, the world is changing so rapidly, and the skills that are in demand today might be obsolete tomorrow.
Right. So it's not just about learning how to use a specific tool like ChatGPT.
Right.
It's about being adaptable and open to new ideas and new ways of doing things.
Exactly. And it's not just about technical skills either.
Right.
It's also about critical thinking, being able to separate fact from fiction, and understanding the broader context of how technology impacts our lives.
That's such a crucial point. We're bombarded with information all the time.
Yeah.
It's more important than ever to be able to discern what's reliable and what's not.
And to remember that technology is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. It's up to us to shape how this technology evolves
Right.
and to ensure that it's used in a way that benefits humanity as a whole.
So as you continue to explore this amazing world of ChatGPT and AI, I want to leave you with this thought. Don't be afraid to experiment, to be curious, to push the boundaries of what's possible. But always remember to use your judgment, to think critically, and to be mindful of the impact your actions have on yourself and the world around you.
I think that's a perfect way to wrap up this deep dive.
Yeah.
It's been a fascinating exploration of ChatGPT and its potential, and I hope this has inspired you to not only learn about AI, but to become an active participant in shaping its future.
Thanks for joining us on this journey. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking those big questions.